Buddy Jewell has come a long way musically since his days on Nashville Star. We had an opportunity to chat with Buddy about what he's got going on and what his fans can expect to see. Here's Kelly with more.
I'm here with Buddy Jewell, who has been really busy. Just made a inspirational album, and I Surrender All is on the cover. I love that song.
Yes, it's one of my favorites. I've been wanting to do a gospel inspirational record for quite some time, and finally got around to doing it, starting last year, and we finally finished up earlier this year.
Great. Now, are you going around singing a lot of those inspirational songs and performing in fairs and venues and churches, or where are you doing most of that?
Yeah, all the above. The great thing about the record is it's inspirational and not just gospel music, so it kind of translates. We play a lot of the songs in my concerts at fairs and other venues, and so it's been working really well.
You're going to Europe.
I am going to Europe. My buddy Billy Yates has got me hooked up on doing some dates with him. We're going to Berlin and Munich in February, and then I think somewhere else in Germany in May. Working on some dates in Poland, Italy. There's interest in Spain and stuff like that. So I'll be the international, not man of mystery, but I'll be the international man of travel.
You had sort of a different start, at least I know you were probably doing music before, but a different start to all of America. Talk a little bit about Nashville Star and Help Pour Out the Rain. Huge hit, still one of my favorite songs, so sweet. How did all that get started?
Well, I actually moved to Nashville in 1993, and I'd been here for 10 years trying to get a record deal. Never could get one. I was a studio singer and recorded literally thousands of songs for songwriters and publishing companies. The TV show came along. I actually almost didn't do Nashville Star. In fact, I called my wife the day of the auditions and said, I got a really busy studio schedule. I'm not going to go audition for this, show.
Because you never know what that's going to be.
Yeah, so I hung up, and my phone rings about 5 minutes later, and it's my wife, Tanae, saying, you know what? You need to go do this. We came here to try to get you a record deal, and if we don't turn over every stone, then we kind of came here in vain. And so I decided to go ahead and go through with it, and she, she was very supportive. She said, God will take care of us, because I was going to be stuck in the house. We were sequestered that first year. They had the whole cast living in a big house down on Music Row, and we were stuck there for 9 weeks.
Oh, wow.
So, and we had just moved into a new home, and we were worried about, paying the mortgage and all that stuff like that, and my wife was really great and said, God will take care of us.
She loved Jesus, she loves Elvis and me.
The religious influence has been, kind of in the background of my music all along. And my mom and a lot of my fans especially had been after me to record and to do an inspirational record. And so last year in November, we had finished up touring and I had some time. And so I took my band in the studio and said, because I've got some great guys that play in my band, and said, I want you guys to come in, let's do this record. And we finally got it finished up and out back in June of this year, and I'm just really proud of it. It's kind of it's a mixture of old gospel, great gospel standards, that I grew up singing in church. I Surrender All is the name of the record. And then there's some things on there that I've written, and then some great songs that I found around town from other great songwriters. Like the current single, Jesus, Elvis, and Me, that Tim James and Chris Stapleton wrote. But it's a great, I think it's a great record, and I've got a lot of really great comments on it so far, so we're hoping that it does really well for us.
So good to talk to you. Great, great album. Everybody make sure you get a copy of I Surrender All with Buddy Jewell. Yeah. It's always good to see you. Thank you so much.
Now it's time for our weekly songwriter tip, brought to you by Nashville Songwriters Association International. This week we sit down with Richard Helm as he talks about paying attention to the title of your new song.
I think it's important for songwriters to remember that in a world of search engines and downloads, to make your title obvious so people can easily find it. If they're going to go to a search engine and look for it, it's important to know what the title is. And I get a lot of songs where the title is just a little snippet of lyric that's buried somewhere down in the lyric and appears one time in the song. Make your title obvious.
To learn more about NSAI, visit NashvilleSongwriters.com. That's about all the time we have for this week's show, but don't forget those hot new Cloverly discs we have up for grabs. The debut album on Stabbing Cabin Records and their live performances have gained them countless fans. If you want to enter this week's drawing, you have to enter online at InsideMusicRoad.com. Don't forget to check out our Facebook page too for all the latest news and events going on around town. We're going to leave you this week with that new #1 from Jake Owen. Here he is with Barefoot Blue Jean Night. Until next time, I'm Bailey for Inside Music Row, and I'll see you again real soon.